Hello, boys and girls. This week we're going to be looking at the St. Lawrence Seaway and what an awesome, both human and physical characteristic that we have connected to our Great Lakes that allows us to travel from the Atlantic Ocean into the Great Lakes. And it really is just a masterpiece when we start looking at it and viewing it in the mindset of human characteristics, things that humans have made, whether that's lighthouses, ports, locks, boats, things that humans have made, human characteristics. Then we also need to look at the physical characteristic side of the seaway, where we're looking at the lakes, the river systems, the waterways. What physical characteristics are in our seaway, the shorelines, and how those are connected, because the human and the physical characteristics come together to make this seaway. So today's I Can, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify one physical characteristic of the seaway and one human characteristic of the seaway. I know this map is kind of shrunken, and it looks kind of funny on your screen, but what we can identify right now as a human characteristic, we already see the boats. We may see a lighthouse. We may see um, some of the ports and some of the locks that have been made by humans. Some bridges are in here. Those are all human characteristics. What we also see in this is the blue, which is the lakes, which are and the river systems that are the physical characteristics, and those islands that are the physical characteristics. That means they weren't made by humans. Okay. Let's take a look at this other picture. So, this right here, this boat is a human characteristics. Humans made it. A lighthouse, human characteristic. The waterway around it is a physical characteristic. Okay, the water is physical. The shoreline is physical. The plants and trees are physical characteristics. Okay, we see the boat, which is a really big human characteristic. We see the old fort, which is another human characteristic. It's old, but it was built by humans. But we see that water and the trees, which are physical characteristics. Here's another one, a lighthouse, human characteristic. The the towers for the telephone or the power, whatever that may be, human characteristic. All this water and plants and trees, physical characteristic. Okay, here's a map of the seaway. It starts over here in the Atlantic Ocean, and if you follow along, you can look at the ports, you can look at the locks, you can look at how we can go from way up here, where it meets the Atlantic Ocean. We come down, 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 down. We come through Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Huron. We can come up here and go into Lake Superior and pass through the locks to go up to Duluth and Thunder Bay, or you can go down to Lake Michigan to get to Chicago, Milwaukee, Green Bay. So this is just a map of the St. Lawrence Seaway. So today you are going, after you have reviewed these slides on your own without the video, then you're going to take a quick Google form quiz for me about human and physical characteristics. And I've asked you some questions of what are human characteristics and what are physical characteristics of the St. Lawrence Seaway system. Because this is a very big important. Remember, I said the human and physical come together to make this system in our Great Lakes, and it's so important for shipping. I'll see you later on this week.